Hey, 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 Jennie Potter here. And if you don't know me, my name is Jennie Potter. I am the author of Self Sabotage No More. If you are watching this in the Facebook group, I love you being part of the community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you've read my book and not yet gone onto Amazon and given a review, please, please, please give a review. If you're watching this from YouTube, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Super excited to be here and sharing with you about the topic of you've changed. Have you ever had a friend say to you, you've changed? Have you ever had someone accuse you of changing? Have you ever felt like looking back and noticing who you were and who you are and noticing there being a big gap? Now, you might be in a place where you're not in action, you're not excited about your life, you're not moving forward, you're stuck, and you wish you were kind of how you used to be. Or you may be in a place where you're really feeling different about yourself, loving yourself more, growing more, and you're happy you're not where you used to be. That probably even feels like a past life, how you used to be. But there are some people in your life that are very uncomfortable with your growth. And so we're going to dive into that topic today. Again, if you don't know me, my name is Jennie Potter. I am no stranger to self-sabotage. I spent decades self-sabotaging and making a real mess of a beautiful life. Until I realized that I could release what was holding me back, release what was causing me to limit my potential, to get in my own way, to sabotage. And I started to shift and I started to change. And it was a very slow and painful process until one day I discovered this technique, which helped me release emotions that were getting triggered all the time and getting in my way. And so if you read or have read my book, you'll see that I not only talk about things like autopilot and how our filter is set up, but I also talk about how unprocessed emotions get in our way and how we can clear those so we can step into a life of more flow, more ease, more love, more clarity, and so much more, feeling lighter at very least. And so you may have been in a situation where you were accused of changing, or it might be just that you feel like you don't fit anymore. You keep going to your friend group that used to just feel right, like a favorite pair of jeans. But in the same way we grow out of clothes as we're growing up, you have grown out of the vibration of the friend group that you used to hang out with, the TV you used to watch, the books you used to read. The mentors you used to listen to just no longer fit anymore. And it's always good to do a little bit of a check, okay? A check to see if the engine light is on. It's always good to do a little bit of a check and just see, like, where am I, where do I no longer fit anymore? And is that a good thing? Okay. And so sometimes we keep trying to make sort of like trying to jam a square peg into a round hole. We keep trying to make how we used to be fit into our old life. And usually if you're going through this experience, and many of you might be going through this experience, what I notice is that what I want to do with this video is normalize the experience, okay? I want to normalize this experience for you because there are going to be people that are uncomfortable with your growth. There are going to be people that want to grow with you. There may be a time where you don't have a lot of people around you because the vibration that you're at just doesn't resonate with anyone that was in your life or is in your life. It's okay. Don't be scared. A, this is normal. And B, start thinking about who you would like to hang out with in your life. Start creating and affirming new friendships, new connections, new mentors, new authors, new people that are vibrating the same level as you. To say it, it sounds weird. It doesn't, it sounds like such a normal thing for me to say, but I understand that that might be a new concept or that might sound weird. But the truth is that every single one of us is vibrating at a frequency. And, your desk is vibrating at a frequency, your phone is vibrating at a frequency, your house is vibrating at a frequency, different locations and areas in the world have their own frequency, and the earth has a frequency, and you have a frequency. And so does your bestie, and so do your parents, and so do your siblings, and so does your mentor, and so does your downline, upline, colleagues, whatever your situation is. Everyone around you has a vibration. And I have a whole chapter in my book. It's a tiny chapter, but it's a chapter that just talks about energy and vibrations and frequency and why it matters. So this is what you experience when people accuse you of changing. Now, some of those people may stick around and some of those people may just fall away. And this is natural. This is actually a natural progression of life, is that you're growing, you are shifting, you are accepting more, you're stepping more into your worthiness, you're not getting in your own way as much. And as that happens, the obstacles fall away. Sometimes the people that are in our lives represent the obstacles. Okay, sometimes they're the obstacle because they're staying at this low energy and you're up here now. You've just released unworthiness and sadness and anxiety. You've just released limiting beliefs around what's possible. And they're more comfortable with you down here than here. And so what happens is you have to choose. Do you lower your energy and come back down here for a bit? Or maybe stay down there? Or do you spend a little less time down here? Or do you shift away and spend time in a frequency that is more comfortable for you? And so if you've ever heard the saying, crabs in a bucket, I always imagined as I was doing personal growth and I started to notice that I didn't resonate with my friends anymore. And I will tell you, I really tried. I tried to stay with my friends. I tried to keep doing the stuff and showing up. And every time it just didn't feel the same anymore. It just was uncomfortable. It didn't feel good. It just didn't fit anymore. I literally just didn't fit anymore. And, I likened it to crabs in a bucket. So you're in this bucket with all these other crabs and you're all kind of used to being in the bucket and you've forgotten even about what's outside of the bucket, or maybe no one's even ever shown you what's outside of the bucket. Maybe you grew up in the bucket. And one day someone gives you a boost and you look outside, you release your emotions, you release your limiting beliefs, you release what's holding you back, and you look outside for a moment and you see, whoa, there is so much more than this bucket. And in that moment, when you see this big turquoise, beautiful blue ocean that's warm and like everybody's running around and abundant and living life and traveling and adventuring and has lots of free time and they're living their passions and their dreams, and you look back down to the bucket and you make a decision, and you might even reach down and see, like, come with me, look, there's all this stuff on the edge of the bucket, there's all this stuff out there, and you might just get pulled back into that bucket. This is a common thing that comes up in sessions with me. This is a common thing that happens after reading my book, or even attending a seminar, or going to do a Tony Robbins weekend, or spend 3 days with the Higdon group at a Rank Makers event, and you come back changed, you come back different. And some of you will eventually shift back down to the energy you were, and some of you will never come back to that energy. And so this is just a good thing to be aware of, because energetically, we always just want to be like attracts like. Okay. And so I felt like there was another piece here that I was going to share. So it's really important to know, like, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? What energy do you want? Like, what's the goal? And what kind of people would you like to be hanging with? And how would you like to feel when you're around your friends? How would you like to feel when you are changing your life and changing the world? How do you want to feel? And what does that support look like? And so I mentioned at the beginning, there's kind of two things. There's like a looking back, because you might be in a lower place where you're feeling a little bit down. You used to be super productive. You used to be this, you used to be that. And now you're like feeling kind of stuck. Or you might be in that place where you're up, but you're kind of feeling a bit lost because you don't have your normal mode of operation to fall back on. You're not sabotaging. And so it can be a little bit confusing because there's actually more flow. Things are coming easier. And so what's really powerful, a really powerful exercise for you to do, is to literally just write at the top of the piece of paper, old me. You'll need 3 columns. So this is old me. This is who I am. And this is who I'm becoming. Okay. And so you're going to write old me, who I am, who I'm becoming. And underneath old me, so I want you to divide. So it's actually going to be 6 columns, but I want you to divide each. Okay. So what were the bad things? And you can do this on 3 pieces of paper. You don't have to do the columns. But essentially what we want to do is, what was the bad things about the old you? And what were the good things about the old you? Okay. So if you're in that kind of stuck place where you used to be more productive, what are the bad things about where you used to be? Well, you were super productive, but you were exhausted. You never got to see your family. You were sick all the time, but you got everything done. You were super, super productive. Okay. Or you were super successful, but at the expense of your family or at the expense of your time. Okay. So that might be an example of like old me bad. And then what was good about old me? Okay. And if you're happy where you are and you're shifting and you're in that personal growth phase, what were the bad things? Old me used to get triggered more. Me was sad all the time. Old me used to feel guilty all the time. What were the good things about old you? Because we bring with us, we're all beautiful and miraculous. And we pick up the kind of ucky stuff along the way. And so we look at who we used to be, and then we notice, well, what was good about who I used to be? I was resilient. I got myself here. I never stopped trying. I kept showing up. Okay. And so brainstorm bad and good about old you. And then what's bad and good about you right now? Okay. Sometimes this helps to use the magic wand. If I were to wave a magic wand, what would I change about my life right now? That might help you come up with the bad stuff or the good stuff. And then who am I becoming? And the who am I becoming is so beautiful and so powerful, because this is going to help you with your filters. And in the book, I talk about how, we have these filters, and they help us focus on what what's important and what we do want to focus on and what we're looking for. And so who we're becoming is very important, because we want to notice opportunities to continue to become that. And so it's really powerful. I would say all parts of these exercises, every part is equally powerful. The past, it's really good to see how amazing you were in the past and what you've shed. It's really good to see why you're amazing today, and high five yourself, because often, if you've ever read the book Gap and the Gain, highly recommend it. But that book talks about, like, some people are always in that place where I'll be happy when I lose this weight. I'll be happy when I hit this rank. I'll be happy when I make this much money. I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when I have kids. And so the happy never comes because there's always something that you're reaching for. And so it's a beautiful book, very well done. But the important part is, what are you happy about now? What is amazing now? What feels so good right now? And then the next part of this, or the next piece, really is, who do I want to become? Like, what would be dreamy? And so again, we can use that magic wand. If I was to wave my magic wand and it was 2 years from now, and you ran into me at the airport, or you ran into a mentor or a friend at the airport that you hadn't seen in a couple years, and you could say to them, oh my goodness, I've had the most amazing 2 years. It's been so incredible. I've X, I've Y, I've Z. I live here. I do this. My days are full of. Okay. And so what would that day look like, feel like? How happy would you be when you woke up in the morning to that day? Okay. And so that's the exercise. Hopefully that's helpful to get clear on, what's good about you, what's bad about you, that you perceive as bad about you. What would you change? What would you heal? This is all just really good information. And then we do the becoming exercise. As if it's already here, but we do that becoming exercise because it's important to know the feeling of where we're headed. Okay, so when someone says, you've changed, you can say, thank you. Thank you. That's my goal. I've been working on changing all this time. And the truth is that I'll close with this. We all change. We all change, whether we like it or not. We all change. We're always old cells are dying away, new cells are regenerating. I have heard that every 7 years we're completely like new from a cellular perspective, and so your cells are changing and growing and new. You're creating new neurons, new neural pathways, new experiences, and you have changed, and you are changing, and you will change. And I just want to encourage you to keep going, continue to get out of your own way, continue to self-sabotage no more. And don't forget, you can subscribe to me on YouTube if you're watching this from Facebook. If you're watching this from YouTube, feel free to join our Facebook group at Self Sabotage No More. And if you've read my book, please go to Amazon and do a review, an honest review. Give it as many stars or as few stars, and a few comments, because it just means so much, and it really, really helps me expand in the world of Amazon. So thank you so much. Have an amazing day. I hope this helped, and bye for now.